Okay.
دكتور
Yes.
احتمال اليوم يصير في عندي ميتنج على الساعة 7:15 يصير أطلع من وقت وبسمع ريكورد بعدين.
مها.
أيوة مها دكتور.
Okay. Okay. If you have to, it's okay.
أوكي شكرا.
But see, later you listen to the lecture because the last part of the lecture is very important. There is something
إن شاء الله.
important at the end of the lecture. We have something very important for questions. Okay. So you
أوكي
need
أوكي إن
you
شاء
need to listen to the record.
الله. شكرا.
Okay. Look at the first question one. You have question one here, and you have 4 sentences with the word key. Okay. The idea here is just I want you to know that in English usually any word can have more than one meaning. So try to find the meaning of the word key in each of the 4 sentences. This is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Read the sentences, try to figure out what the word key means in each sentence. You can choose from these meanings in the box.
There is different meaning. Okay.
Yes, we see that in each one there is the word key in each sentence, okay, has a different meaning. So the question is, what does each one mean in the sentence? Okay, this is the point.
Okay, we should answer.
Just wait, okay, until we put things right. Show the yes. Mariam gave us the first one. We'll check. Okay. Okay, the first one. The first one, I can't find my car key. What does the word key mean here in this sentence? Mariam said tool. Okay, is it okay? Do you agree with her? Number 1. You have
Yes,
4
agree.
meanings.
I think
Yeah.
tool.
You have 4 meanings here: main, type, guide, tool. So when we say I can't find my car key, so key here is the original meaning of the word key. It's a tool you use or a device you use to switch on your car, right? This is the meaning of the word key here. The second one, there is an answer key in the book. What does the word key mean here in this sentence?
Type. Main.
Main.
Guide. Guide.
Guide.
The second sentence, guide.
You need to read well. There is an answer key in the book. Usually when there is a book of exercises, a book with questions, okay, you go to the end of the book to find the answer key, right? It's the answer key. So what does the word key mean here?
Guide.
Okay, it's a guide, yes. Okay, yes, Mariam, it's a guide. Here, when you say there is an answer key in the book, so key here means a guide. Okay, in number 3, I just want to key this into my computer. What do you mean by key here?
Type.
Yes. Yes. Huda.
Type,
Yes.
I think.
If you key something, into computer, okay. I mean guide يدي تعليمات، مرشد، دليل، اوكي. بالعربي ما احنا قلنا ان ما يصير اخد معنى واحد للكلمة، معنى الكلمة حسب الجملة. جايد هنا معناها دليل الإجابة، answer key اللي هو مفتاح الإجابة، اللي هو دليل الإجابة. So key here means guide. The idea here is that the word key gives a different meaning. And the meaning of words in English, we said sometimes a word in English may have more than 10 meanings. The meaning depends on the sentence. That's why, look at the sentences here, the 4 sentences. You have the same word, but each time the word has a different meaning. In number 1, I can't find my car key. Key here is a tool you use to switch on your car. In number 2, there is an answer key in the book. Answer key here means there is a guide for the answers. In number 3, I just want to key this into my computer. Okay. Key here, yes. If you key something into the computer, means you use the keyboard. You use the keyboard to insert something, to type. So here we can say key something into the computer means to type it. And the last one, okay, as Shog wrote, the key part of the lesson. The key part of the lesson means the main part of the lesson. يعني لو انت بتتكلم مع واحد في عدة قضايا، ممكن تيجي تقول له ايه the key issue. The key issue means the key point. يعني the main point. So in each of the 4 sentences, the word key has a different meaning. What is the idea here? The idea here, if you want to understand English, if you want to understand a sentence in English, don't try to understand the meaning of the sentence word by word. Don't say, what is the meaning of this word? What's the meaning of this word? Don't say that. Try to understand the general meaning, because meanings of words change according to the context. المعنى بيتغير حسب context، يعني حسب المحتوى. والدليل اهو. طيب, let us take another example. The word form. In question 2, you have also 4 sentences with the word form. Try to find the meaning of the word form in the 4 sentences. Read it. Ready? Now we are in question 2. You mean types. In number 1, in question 2, we have the word form, and you have the meanings. Types means the kinds. Shaped, make, application, paper. Okay, so what does each word mean here? Number 1 says, why do people form groups? Why do people form groups?
Make.
Yes.
Make.
Yes. Also Mariam, Shayma, Mustafa, Show, yes. Why do people form groups means why do people make groups? Okay. So form here is a verb. It means make. In number 2, I don't like filling in forms. What does forms here mean in the second one? Fill in, complete. I don't like filling in means completing forms. عشان نعرف الكلمة صح ولا لا.
تي بس أعتقد صح.
ويت، شيلوا فورم وحطوا الكلمة اللي تقترحوها مكانها. شوفوا المعنى تعطي معنى ولا لا. زياد احنا قلنا make number 1. Why do people form groups؟ يعني why do people make groups؟ in number 1. I don't like filling in forms. fill in يعني complete، أكمل. ما أحب أعبي إيه، أكمل إيه، أملأ إيه. forms.
application paper.
application. مش لما بتروح تشتغل ولا في أي شيء يقول لك سوي عبي الفورم. فهنا واحد بيقول I don't like filling in forms. Forms here means application paper. Number 3, there are different forms of transport. There are different forms.
شبت.
انت عارف شيب يعني ايه؟ شيب يعني
شحن.
يشكل. شيب دي معناها يشكل او شكل. هنا فعل يشكل. There are different forms of transport. Yes, as Dair said, and Shog said, and Mustafa, Shayma. Okay, there are different forms of transport. يعني different types of transport. في أشكال للمواصلات، يعني في أنواع للمواصلات. يبقى forms here, there are different forms means there are different types of transport. The last one, personality. Your personality is formed at childhood. So here formed, yes, shaped. يعني شخصيتك بتتشكل في الطفولة. So here personality is formed at childhood. Okay. إنجازنا في السؤال الثاني مو قوي. ادرسوه مرة ثانية. Look at the original sentence and look at the meaning we choose for each one. When we say why do people form groups? Why do people form groups? So form here means make. Why do people form groups means why do people make groups? In the second one, I don't like fill in. Anywhere when you go they give you a form and they say fill in the form, means complete the form. So the meaning of the form here is it's a paper application. It's application paper. This is the meaning of form here. In number 3, there are different forms of transport. We have buses, planes, trains, bicycle. These are different forms, means different types of transport. And number 4, personality is formed at childhood, is shaped, تتشكل at childhood. Okay? So, as I told you, the idea here is that most English words don't have one meaning, and the meaning depend on the sentence. If someone asks you, what is the meaning of the word, of this word? Okay, don't give him the meaning of the word, because the word may have different meanings. So you tell him, put it in a sentence. What is the sentence? Because the meaning of the word will change if the sentence it changes. Okay, and if you look at number 1, the meaning of the word key Has it changed when we change the sentence? So most English words, the meaning differs with different words, with sentences. Okay. Uh, we have finished theme 1 and theme 2. As you remember, theme 1, it was about education. Okay? All the vocabulary and everything in unit 1 and theme 1 was about education. And the writing was personal statement. And then we moved to theme 2. Theme 2, we studied personality, we studied psychology and sociology. And most of the vocabulary were about these two words. At the end, we studied the difference between introverts and extroverts. Okay, and we said this is very important to know the differences between introverts and extroverts. Now we will move to theme 3. Theme 3, it's about work and business. Work and business. Okay, what are we going to study in theme 3? In theme 3, we are going to study how to be a good employee. If you have a job, or even if you want to have a job, you need to be a good employee. So the question is, how? How to be a good employee. Summer jobs, choosing a career, how to choose a career, how to choose your future job, how to think about your job in the future. Okay, if you are a student at the university, if you are not having a job, and you want to find a job for yourself, how to choose it, how to think about the suitable job for you, for your skills and your abilities. Okay, and the writing in theme 3 will be about the interview process. We will describe what happens in the interview process. Okay, this will be our writing. So we will go back to the first point here, how to be a good employee. How? If someone asks you, if you have a friend and he's starting his job, for the first time, this is his first job, and asks you, I want to be a good employee, what kind of advice can you give him to be a good employee? Let us see. Here, we have 8 pictures. We have 8 pictures. Each picture gives us an idea about how to be a good employee. Okay? So, can you get the idea of the first one? What does it mean? Everyday phone sick. Can you know what does it mean? What is the advice? Forget about number 1. Number 2. What is the idea here in number 2? If someone asks you, I want to be a good employee. If you look at the second picture, what advice can you give?
He's looking to time if he's going late or he's going
He
early.
should be on time.
Yes, yes, he is looking at his watch. So this means that he checking the time. This means, as you wrote, be on be on time. Okay. So if someone asks you, give me advice about my first job, so the advice you are going to say, be on time, go to work on time, do your work on time. Number three, what do you think the idea in the picture here? Communication, maybe. Okay, Mariam, good. Shog, it's okay. Teamwork. Shaima, excellent. Treat everyone with respect. Okay. Tahir, friendly. Yes.
Sharing information.
Sharing information. Okay, maybe. Okay. Okay. So what you say is it's okay. What you say is can be can be a good answer to the same question, how to be a good employee. Okay, number four. What do you think, number four? It's not clear. Number
It
four
is
is not clear. Yes,
it
Make a
is
goal.
writing
Goals.
the notes. He's
right.
writing the
Taking
notes.
notes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. If you take notes, this means that you are accurate. Okay. Mustafa writing. Okay.
I think
Mm.
list to
Make,
do.
List things to do. Okay. Note for
make
meeting.
goals.
Yes.
Make goals.
Yeah. Make goals. Okay. Excellent. Record and organize notes. That
Achieve
okay.
goals. Achieves goals.
Yes, you take the goals you achieved. Yes, doing what you've been told to. Uh, okay, your work. Excellent, Maria. You know, I will play listening for you, and you will hear the description of each picture. You know, some of your answer are better than the book. يعني بعض من الإجابات اللي أنتوا قلتوها أحسن من المؤلف حاططها في الكتاب. Okay. So thank you for your idea. You have great ideas. Okay.
Because you are the doctor.
Thank you. No, this is your idea. Okay. Uh, number five. What do you think? خلي بالكم لو هو ملهاش علاقة بالأكل، دي صورة رمزية. Okay.
He's checked the how is the cook.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Is it checking? How is not how is the food? Is it checking? Checking what؟ لو انت في كلمة لو جبتها تبقى ممتاز. Checking
Yes.
The
what؟
task of work.
صعبة.
The
Task.
task.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
ها
checking.
Taste.
Okay.
Job
Ta-
performance.
Excellent. أحسن من المؤلف. تعرفين المؤلف قال إيه هنا؟ خلاص هو قال checking بس checking إيه؟ The quality. But the performance is better than the quality. Excellent. Here, this is symbolic. يعني الصورة هنا مو على الأكل، هي رمزية بترمز لإيه؟ Here he is checking the taste of food. This means that he is checking the taste of food. He wants to know if the food is good or bad. So if you want to know if it is good or bad, so you are checking the quality. You are checking the quality of the work. So in the field of business or work, yes, it's job performance. You should do your work, okay? Or the performance of your work should be with good quality. Excellent. Number six. Can you see what she is doing? I want to look. It's clear now.
Research.
Yes, she's playing games. So, what advice can you give her?
But she's in the coffee.
She's in
No, no,
library. So
no. Take care. She is not at a coffee shop. She is at work in the company. She's playing games on the computer.
She's with time.
Don't play all time.
So give her advice. What advice can you give her?
She's careless.
She's careless. Okay. Shayma said, focus on your job. Ziad studying. No, she's not studying. Okay, she's playing game. So is this computer she is using, is it personal computer or the company's computer?
Company.
The company. Is she using the company's computer for work?
No, for
No. So
playing.
yes. So there is something wrong here. She is using the company's computer not for work, but for something personal, like people who use the company's phones to make their personal calls. Okay, this is personal, not for the company. Okay, the last two pictures.
You have to organize your office.
Excellent. Yes. Okay. Mariam, yes. Okay, excellent. Look here. These are two pictures. These are two pictures. Okay. This is one. This is the workspace. Workspace means the place where you work. Okay. Yes, Zahir. Excellent. Keeping your office clean. Look, one here. This is tidy, clean, organized. Look here. It's a mess. Okay. Okay. And the last one, if you are working with files, if you are working with files, what should you do with files?
Organize.
Serious.
Okay, this is organize. How to organize? How many ways we use to organize files?
Serial numbers.
By number. Okay.
Alphabetic.
By type.
Alphabetic. Yes. If here, wait.
You
Department.
can say by type, depend about the application or what.
Yeah, no, take general. Something. Yeah, I know what you say is professional. Okay, if I here on my desktop, if I sort by means organize. I have here by name. Name means alphabetical. Alphabetical means A, B, C from A to Z. And the last one by date. Okay. Okay, you will. Now I want you have a look again at the pictures. Now you give me your opinion, right? You give me your opinion about the pieces of advice given in the picture. You are going to listen to a businessman. You are going to listen to a businessman. This businessman is giving advice for people who have got a job for the first time. Okay? Try to find out what he said about each picture. Okay? So listen and we will comment again on the pictures. Especially, we didn't discuss the first one.
Theme 3. Work and business.
Can you hear the sound?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
good. Good. Okay. Now listen.
Track 3.1.
How do you get a good job when you leave university? Well, here's an idea. Start thinking. Change the way that you think.
3.1.
How do you get a good job when you leave university? Well, here's an idea. Start thinking about it now. Change the way that you think about university. Think of university as a kind of job, your first real job. So, university should be a job. But what is a job? What do employers want? I'm going to tell you 8 important things. I'm talking about work, but all of these things are important at university too. Number 1, you must go to work every day. Of course, if you're sick, you can't go. Phone and tell your manager and stay at home. But you must phone. Secondly, you must be punctual. That means that you must always be on time. You must be on time for work, for meetings. And when you come back to your desk after lunch, if you're not punctual, people are waiting for you and they get angry. Why? Because you waste their time. In addition, the company loses money. Number 3, you must respect your manager, the person who gives you your tasks, your pieces of work. You must also respect your colleagues, that is, the people who you work with. Finally, you must also respect the customers, in other words, the people who buy things from the company. Fourthly, you must do all the tasks on time. But fifthly, you must not rush work in order to finish on time. You are responsible for the quality of your work, whether it is good or bad. Sixthly, now this one is a really big problem nowadays. You must only use the company's equipment, that is, the phones and computers, for work and not for personal things. Many companies have software to check your computer usage. If you misuse your computer, your manager will probably find out. 7, you must keep your workspace tidy. That means your desk and any shelves or cupboards that you use. And finally, you must also organize your work files sensibly, in alphabetical order or chronologically. That means by date. We have heard about a lot of rules at work. In the next part of my talk, I will give reasons for these rules.
Okay, no need to discuss them again because what you said was really nice. So we will, this is what he said. This is what he said about each picture, okay? The first one, the first picture, you saw these words, go every day, phone sick. The idea here is you must go to work every day. If you are sick and you can't go to work, you must phone your manager. You must phone your manager, you must phone the company and tell them that you cannot go to work. So number 1, you must go to work every day. Number 2, you must do your work on time. Because if you are late, people will be angry. Or we can say you must be punctual. Punctual means on time. This is the meaning of punctual. So you must be punctual. Picture 3, and you said the same word, you must respect your colleagues. You must respect your colleagues. You must respect your manager. Number 4, the picture he was writing in a piece of paper. You must do all your tasks on time. Number 5, the picture about tasting food. You must check the quality of your work. And number 6, this lady who was playing games, okay? You must not use the equipment like computers for personal things. You must use them for work, not for personal things. And number 7, you must keep your workspace tidy, like desk, shelves, cupboards. And the last one, you must organize. You must organize your files either in order or by date. Okay, in order, alphabetical order or by date. Okay. Now we will do something else. This is yes.
Track 3.1.
How do you get a good job when you leave university?
Now, because I don't want you to see this. Now, you will listen again. But this time, I want you to find the definition of these words. Okay? I don't want your definition. I don't want the meaning you can give. Okay? ما ابغي التعريف اللي انتم فاهمينه. لا لا. I want the definition from the listening. What did he say about punctual? He said always on time. How did he explain the word manager? What did he say? The meaning of manager. What did he say? The meaning of colleagues, customers, tasks, quality, equipment, workspace, chronologically. Okay? So I want you not the meaning you know. I want the meaning given by the speaker on the audio. Okay? So listen again and give the meaning of these definitions. Okay?
Theme 3. Work and business. Track 3.1.
How do you get a good job when you leave university? Well, here's an idea. Start thinking about it now. Change the way that you think about university. Think of university as a kind of job, your first real job. So, university should be a job. But what is a job? What do employers want? I'm going to tell you 8 important things. I'm talking about work, but all of these things are important at university too. Number 1, you must go to work every day. Of course, if you're sick, you can't go. Phone and tell your manager and stay at home. But you must phone. Secondly, you must be punctual. That means that you must always be on time. You must be on time for work, for meetings. And when you come back to your desk after lunch, if you're not punctual, people are waiting for you and they get angry. Why? Because you waste their time. In addition, the company loses money. Number 3, you must respect your manager, the person who gives you your tasks, your pieces of work. You must also respect your colleagues, that is, the people who you work with. Finally, you must also respect the customers, in other words, the people who buy things from the company. Fourthly, you must do all the tasks on time. But fifthly, you must not rush work in order to finish on time. You are responsible for the quality of your work, whether it is good or bad. Sixthly, now this one is a really big problem nowadays. You must only use the company's equipment, that is, the phones and computers, for work and not for personal things. Many companies have software to check your computer usage. If you misuse your computer, Your manager will probably find out. 7. You must keep your workspace tidy. That means your desk and any shelves or cupboards that you use. And finally, you must also organize your work files sensibly, in alphabetical order or chronologically. That means by date. We have heard about a lot of rules at work. In the next part of my talk, I will give reasons for these rules.
Okay, now, punctual. What should I take from this column? What is the meaning of punctual here?
Always in the time.
Always on time. So this is the meaning of punctual. Okay. Manager. What did he say about the manager? How did he define?
Respect your manager.
The person who gives you orders.
Yes, the person who gives you order or gives you tasks or gives you work. So this خلي بالكم انا من الاول امور واضحه، انا ما قلت المعنى اللي احنا عارفينه، انا انت ابغي المعنى اللي هو قاله. خلاص اوكي، يمكن المعنى اللي قاله ضعيف نختلف عليه، but this is listening. We want to show that we have listened and we can match the words to their definitions. He said a manager is the person who gives you orders or gives you work. Colleagues. What did he say about colleagues?
The people you work with.
The people work with you.
Yes, the people you work with. Okay. Customer.
الجبهة على طول.
The people who اللي موجودة.
The people who buy things for.
Yes. Okay. Tasks. Tasks.
Pieces of work.
Good or bad. Good
Nah.
or bad.
No.
Quality, good or bad.
No. Yes. Tasks means pieces of work. Yes. Okay. If I give you a task, so I give you a piece of work to do. This is the meaning of task. Quality.
Good or bad.
Good or bad.
Good or bad. Equipment. Yes.
This is
For equipment, phones and computer. Equipment معناه أجهزة. Equipment. So phones and computers. Workspace.
Desk shelves.
And cupboards. Yes. And this word is important. Yes. When you organize your files, you can organize your files alphabetically, means in alphabetical order, from A to Z. First the file with A, then the files are starting with B. This is alphabetical order. Or you can organize your file chronologically. Chronologically means by date. Okay, this file was in 1st of October. This was in the 10th of October. So this is first, this is second. So you organize them by date. When you organize them by date, we call it chronological. When you organize them by name, we say this is alphabetical order. Okay, so he mentioned in the listening, he mentioned 2 ways for organizing the files: alphabetical and chronological. Alphabetical means by name, chronological means by date. Okay. He said listen again. We are not going to listen again, unless it's very long. But I will check your memory. Now, if you look at this, these are 1, 2, 3, 4 until 8. These are the 8 pieces of advice, the 8 sentences describing the 8 pictures, okay? But in each sentence, the verb is missing, only one word. The verb is missing. Each sentence start with you must. Each sentence start with a you must. And the verb here is missing. Can you remember what is the verb missing here? For example, in number 1, you must to work every day. What is the verb missing here? What is the word missing here to make a sentence?
Go.
Go.
Yes, excellent. You must to work every day. It's you must go to work every day. This is picture 1. This is the first picture. And don't forget, this is the answer to this question. This is the answer. How to be a good employee. How to be a good employee? You must go to work every day. Okay. Number 2, you must punctual.
Be.
يعني
Be.
must. Yes, excellent. Be. You must be punctual. Number 3, colleagues and customers.
Respect.
Respect.
You must
Respect.
respect. Yes. Number 4, all tasks on time.
Do.
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 Have
Do.
to.
Do.
You must do all tasks on time. Number 5, all tasks will
Do.
do also. Yes, you must do all tasks will. Yes. Number 6, you must not.
Don't,
Okay.
Use.
not
You must not.
don't use.
It's you. هي
Use.
كلها احنا قلنا كلها هنبدأ بذي. You must. So here you must not. Yes.
Use.
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 Yes. Computer for personal things. Number 7, you must. Your
Keep.
work. Keep.
Keep.
Excellent. Yes, that's right. You must keep your workspace tidy. We said workspace means the place where you work. Desk, cupboard, shelves. And the last one, you must files sensibly.
Prepare. Repair or mean
No, there is
or
another
type.
word.
Organize.
Or
Type.
organize. Organize. Okay. So, يا سيد. So if you look again, at the 8 sentences, okay, yes, Ghadi, correct, organize. If you look again at the 8 sentences, you will find that these 8 sentences describe the 8 picture, and at the same time, the 8 sentences answer the question how to be a good employee. And this question can be it can be writing. We can say write about 150 words about how to be a good employee. So we said that how to be a good employee, the first point is you must go to work. And you remember we said if you are sick and you can't go to work, you must phone and tell your manager. You must be punctual. You must respect colleagues and customers. You must do all tasks on time. You must do all tasks well. You must not use computer for personal things. You must keep your workspace tidy. And number 8, you must organize files sensibly. Sensibly means in a good way. And we said we have 2 ways, either alphabetically or chronologically. Okay? We'll stop here for break, and after 10 minutes, we'll have one more point to explain. It's very important, something very important after the break. So try to refresh your minds and be ready. We will not take much time. We will not take much time after the break, but it's something very important we need to learn and understand, because of course in all the other tests you will have questions about it. Okay? Yes, Huda. No problem. It's okay. So see you in 10 minutes, inshallah. you know, the point I was talking about is this. Okay, it's in the book, expressing obligation and necessity. obligation and necessity اللي هو الإلزام أو الضرورة. الإلزام أو obligation, the verb is oblige, enforce يعني يجبر. If it is necessary to do something. Okay, if it is necessary to do something or you are obliged to do something. يعني أنت مجبر تسوي شيء. Whether you like it or not. Okay. Maybe you noticed something here. Here, all the sentences started with you must. You must mean that you don't have a choice. Okay, you must do this. So it is necessary to do this. This is obligation, ilzam. Okay? Look at this. Obligation and necessity. We have three things. Okay? Sometimes it is necessary to do something. It is necessary to do something. And sometimes it is necessary not to do something. And sometimes it is not necessary. Again, sometimes it is necessary to do something, like for example, when the traffic light is red. When the traffic light is red, so here it is necessary to stop. It is necessary to stop when the traffic light is red. So here you are enforced, you are obliged to do something. It is necessary to do something. Okay? If I say to pass the course, it is necessary to pass the final exam. So this is something necessary to do. So this is positive. Okay, let us go to the last one. Here also it is necessary, but necessary not to do. For example, when you go to one of the shopping malls and you find this sign, no smoking. So no smoking. What does it mean here? It means that it is necessary not to smoke. It is necessary. But necessary to do what? Necessary to do or to stop? It is necessary to stop smoking. Okay? So here it is necessary to stop, not to do something. If there is a sign, no parking, it means that it is necessary not to park here. Not to park. So here, the first one and the last one, necessary. But this one necessary to do, this one necessary not to do, like no smoking. Here we have something else in the middle. Here it's not necessary. It's not necessary means you are free, you can do or you cannot do as you like. Okay? We will make it clearer. Look at the next slide. Okay, look at this. If it is necessary to do something, we use have to or must. So here, what happens when the traffic light is red? It is necessary to stop. So we say you must stop. You must stop. Okay? If your manager says you have to attend the meeting or you must attend the meeting, you must go to work every day, you must be punctual. So this is something necessary to do. If something is necessary to do, we use must or have to. Yes, there is some difference between must and have to, but we are not here about the differences between them. But we use them, must and have to show that something is necessary. There is obligation. في إلزام. Okay? Here, if something necessary, دي ضروري إلزام ودي فيها إلزام. بس هنا في إلزام إنك تسوي، هنا في إلزام إنك ما تسوي. prohibition يعني أنت ممنوع. Okay? You use what? You use mustn't. As we said, in one of the shopping malls, you have no smoking. What does it mean, no smoking? It means you mustn't smoke here. If we say this is no parking area, no parking area, it means you mustn't park here. Okay? So in the first one and the last one, something is necessary. But here, necessary to do, here, necessary not to do. In the middle, it's not necessary. You are free to do or not to do. Like what? When we say today is a holiday, today is Friday, I don't have to get up early. If it is Friday, you don't have to get up early. If you get up early, it's okay, you are free. If you get up a bit late, it's okay, no problem. So you choose. You choose. It's not necessary. هنا ما في إلزام ولا في إجبار، أنت اللي بتقرر. Okay? You don't have to eat fast food. أنت مو مجبر تاكل fast food. If you like it, you can eat it. If you don't like it, you will not eat it. So you are free. There is no obligation. ما في إلزام. إذا كان ما في إلزام نستخدم إيه؟ don't have to. يبقى أنا عندي اثنين فيهم إلزام. في إلزام إيجابي اللي هو to do something. إلزام إيجابي اللي هو to do something، مجبر تسوي الشيء. We use must and have to. في إلزام negative obligation، إلزام سلبي بس ملزم إنك ما تسوي. زي you mustn't park here, you mustn't smoke in the shopping mall. اللي في الوسط don't have to دي اختيار، انت حر to do or not to do as you like. Okay? Have a look at them again. Study them. Okay. Here we said necessity or obligation. يعني it is necessary. If it is necessary, look at this picture. The traffic light is red. If the traffic light is red, so we say you must stop. You must. We use must and have to if something is necessary. Here, the teacher to the student, he must do his homework. something, it is necessary. Someone says my boss is very strict. يعني رئيسي بالعمل صارم شديد. أنا مجبر. I have to arrive at work at 9 sharp. Exactly at 9. I have to. مجبر. But look at this. Look at this traffic policeman and look here. Okay, can you pass the road? No, you cannot pass the road. So here, what does he say? He says, you mustn't cross the street now. You mustn't. So it is necessary not to do. It is necessary not to cross the street now. When you have this sign, it means you mustn't stop here on the road. You mustn't. So it is necessary not to do. Okay, look here. Here you must. It is necessary to do. Necessary to stop. ضروري ان انا اتوقف. مجبر. بستخدم must او have to. Here برضو ضروري. بس ضروري اني ما اسوي الشيء. يبقى you mustn't cross the street now. Don't have to, you choose to do or not to do. Okay? Read the sentence. Which one is correct here? I like Sundays because I mustn't ولا don't have to go to work.
Don't have
Don't
to.
have to. Don't have to.
أيوة. هنا you are free. You don't.
Oh, yeah.
خلينا نحلها غلط نشوف. حلينا mustn't. غرقنا. خلاص.
Oh, yeah.
It is forbidden. You do that. If we say it is forbidden, you mustn't ولا don't have to. What does it mean forbidden? What does it mean ممنوع? It is forbidden ممنوع. يبقى you mustn't ولا don't have to?
Mustn't.
You mustn't.
Mustn't.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Correct. You arrive before 9 p.m. but you should be here before midnight. يعني مثلا انت بتقول لهم في البيت انا خارج. اوكي بقول لك you arrive before 9 p.m. but you should be here before midnight.
Don't have.
You must. Don't have.
خلينا نشوف الاجابات. لو قلنا must غرقته.
Oh, yeah.
يعني انت خارج قالوا لك يعني مو لازم تيجي الساعة 9 بس المهم ايه ما تتأخر عن ميد نايت عن منتصف الليل. اوكي فبيدوك الحرية هنا. When the traffic light is red you go on. You mustn't or you don't have
Must not.
Mustn't.
You must not.
go on. Can you go on if the traffic light is red?
No.
So you
No.
Oh, yeah.
You stay here, you can go home.
Don't have to.
You don't have.
You don't have. Don't have.
Yes, you don't. There is enough. It's not necessary, so you don't have to stay here. You can go home.
Oh, yeah.
You ask my permission. You can do what you want.
Mustn't.
We don't
You
have
mustn't.
to.
Don't have to.
Don't have.
Don't have to.
Don't have
Don't
to.
have to.
mustn't.
Mustn't.
لو انت قلت mustn't يعني انت بتقول لواحد مو لازم تستأذن مني، سوي اللي يعجبك. معناها انه لو استأذن هيتعاقب. لو انت قلت mustn't معناها انه يتعاقب، لان mustn't معناها شيء المفروض ما تسويه، لو سويته تتعاقب. اوكي، هنا انت بتديله الحرية، يعني طالما بتديله حرية الاختيار يبقى المفروض نقول ايه؟ don't have to.
Oh, yeah.
It's optional. We
Don't have to. It's
go
optional.
if you don't want. Yes.
Don't
have
have
to.
Don't have.
It's optional.
Yes,
Don't have
if we
to.
say it's optional, optional means you are free.
Oh, yeah.
This is very important. You forget what I said.
You
Mustn't.
You
Mustn't.
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 Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Here must and mustn't. She wear a helmet. She must
Must not.
or
Must.
She
mustn't.
must. She
Must.
must.
must. He must.
She must.
Okay, she must. You turn right. Must or mustn't?
mustn't.
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 ولا نسحب الليسن. Okay. هنا turn left.
You must.
Must.
You must.
Must.
You mustn't.
You
Mustn't.
must not.
Mustn't.
You
You
must.
must.
Mustn't. Must. Sorry.
لا تتوقف.
Okay. I want tomorrow when we start, we will do exercise about that. Okay, but I don't want you to forget this because this is important. I want you to have a look again. Have a look again at this one we started with. Again, we said when we talk about something necessary. When we talk about something necessary, okay? Sometimes it is necessary to do. If it is necessary to do, so you use have to or must. Okay? We use have to or must. This means that something is necessary. Okay? If it is necessary not to do, it's necessary not to do, so we use mustn't. As we said, you mustn't park here, you mustn't stop here, you mustn't smoke in the mall, okay? So here you mustn't. But if you are free to do or not to do, okay? You are free to do something or not to do it, we use don't have to. Don't have to means I'm free to do something or not to do it. As we said, if it is a holiday, or at the weekend, do you say I must get up early or I must get up late? No, I'm free. If I choose to get up early, it's okay, as you like. If you choose to get up late, it's okay, it's holiday. So here I say I don't have to get up early. Okay, so here I am free to choose what I like. And I want. You remember when we were talking about giving advice. You remember that? We said in giving advice, we said we use should, right? When you give advice, use should. Some of you made mistakes at that time. Some of you used the must. Okay? Now you know the difference. If you use should, الاثنين بالعربي معناهم يجب أن. But in English they are different. If you use should in a sentence, okay, as we said, for example, you should see a doctor. This is not obligation. انت لما تقول لواحد يعني بنصحك تروح لدكتور، ده مو إلزام. انت ما بتلزمه ولا ليك سلطة عليه. You have no authority to oblige him to see a doctor, but you are giving advice. He can take your advice or he can refuse it. That's why we cannot use must. Okay? This is advice, so we use should. We can never, in giving advice, we can never use must. Because it's not obligation. احنا دلوقتي فهمنا الفرق. فهمنا ان must فيها إلزام. يعني ايه إلزام؟ يعني انا ليا سلطة. لما تستخدم must معناها ان ليك سلطة على الشخص الثاني ان لازم ينفذ. ولو ما نفذ هيتعاقب. زي كده اما نقول you must stop at the traffic light. المرور لها سلطة. ولو كسرت الإشارة هتتعاقب. دي معنى obligation، ده معنى الإلزام. اوكي، ما تقدر تهرب. But in giving advice انت لما تدي نصيحة لا ليك سلطة، ولا هو لو ما سمع نصيحتك هيتعاقب ولا هيخسر ولا شيء. عشان كده ما نقدر نستخدم must for giving advice. We cannot. So this is the point. Because I noticed that when we were talking about giving advice, some of you used the must. I waited until I give you some information about how to use must. So now you know. You use must. When you say you must do that, you must do that means it is necessary, and I have the authority. I have the authority يعني أنا عندي سلطة عليك إنك لازم تنفذ. So this is must. But should, you have no authority. You are just giving advice. He can follow your advice or he can refuse your advice. You say to someone, you should see a doctor, it's okay. He can decide. Thank you for your opinion. He can take your advice and see a doctor, or he can refuse your advice and doesn't go to a doctor. So there is no obligation here and it's not necessary. So should and must are completely different. Completely different. Should for giving advice, but must, as we said, for obligation. Obligation قلنا معناها إلزام. The verb from obligation oblige يعني يجبر, or enforce. Enforce بعد معناها يجبر. Okay, so here لو استخدمت should انت ما بتجبر. لو بتدي نصيحة ما بتجبر واحد، دي نصيحة. فبما انك لا ما بتجبره ما تقدر تستخدم له must. Okay, now you got the point. We cannot give advice by using must, because must it's not used for giving advice. Must is used for showing that something is necessary. Okay, so maybe you can have a sentence like this: it is necessary to attend the meeting. لو جات لكم جملة زي دي it is necessary to attend the meeting، وين المطلوب؟ use must.
Yes, you must to be.
Use must. How to write the sentence?
Yes, you must to be.
لا، هنا it is necessary to attend the meeting. Rewrite the sentence. Rewrite the sentence using must in the sentence. عايز اعبر عن نفس الجمله دي
you must
بس
attend the meeting.
يس ابغى اعبر عن نفس الجمله دي بس باستخدام must. هي must معناها ايه؟ must معناها it is necessary صح؟ اشيل it is
صح.
necessary واحط must واكتب الجمله.
I must attend the meeting.
Yes, correct. Okay, but usually we use a you. If you say I, it's correct. Okay, you can say it is necessary to attend the meeting means you must attend the meeting. So it gives the same meaning. Why? Because we said when you use must, must means what? Must means it is necessary. So the two sentences give the same meaning. If you say you must attend the meeting, means you must attend the meeting. They give the same meaning. Okay? So this is very important to learn.